We up.
What's happening? It's your man's collar pot, Sean. Here with a little paint where it ain't, little seasoning with some reasoning. Y'all see the room. Read the room. So you already know what's finna happen today. We finna give y'all this work and y'all gonna take it. We gonna be aggressive. Yeah, we gonna be aggressive.
That's right.
But y'all see the room, man. Come on, tell the people who y'all is. They already know, but
You know, it's the Afro-Rican, man, coming with you with the rice and beans, know what I mean? It's been a minute. Appreciate y'all inviting me back in the room, man. Good to be home.
Yes,
To
indeed.
see this brother here, right here on my right. Handle your business. I'm trying to get his stuff together. Good
What
to
up,
see
though?
y'all.
Yo, my brother here, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy. They won this week. We lost, so I know that I'm gonna have to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a
Let's get
professional.
this, let's get this. My boy dedicating the show to Frankie Beverly. See, he got his linen
That's
on.
how he got the
You
Frankie
know,
Beverly
he got his
on,
linen on,
right
you know what
from
I'm
the
saying?
jizz out.
So let's go ahead and get into it, man.
Yes, indeed. Man, I hope y'all had a great weekend, a great week. Like I said, we gonna be back to give you what we got. And we gonna start it off with one of my hits. It's time for the news, and we got a lot of news today. Ain't no heavy news though, but we got a lot of news. Most of this show is just gonna be us commentating on some of the hot takes of what's been going on, because there's been a lot of stuff going on. Anyway, we're gonna start off with, we're gonna get the political stuff out the way first, okay? Mm-hmm. How y'all feel about the debate? Debate went down, Harris and Trump went down, what was it, on Wednesday, Thursday?
Yeah. Last Tuesday.
Tuesday.
What's y'all's takes on the debate?
I think she did a great job. I think she understood her assignment. She stuck to it, even though he was trying to take her down different kind of lanes, different kind of ways. She stuck to what she wanted to say. She did her thing for the most part. I mean, I would have liked her agenda to be more aggressive, more exactly what it is. But she got that Obama effect. Me and the homie was talking about it, where it sounds like she going to be liked. And I think that's an issue for me. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I think I need somebody step out there on the ledge. One thing I can say about Trump, he stepped out there on the ledge. You know what I'm saying? I think she was very careful what she had to say, but she got her point across. I just think she's going to be – I think she's going to win. Mm-hmm. I think she's going to be the popularity vote. I don't think she's going to move the needle as far as what we need done. But I think she's definitely going to be liked. So
Obama point 5.
Yeah.
Or part 2, whichever way you want to put it.
It has that effect.
Yeah.
But remember now, Hillary Clinton won the popular vote, and you see how that turned out too.
Yeah, she had a lot of dirt on her though.
Right. I'm glad Kamala didn't get in the mud with him. It could have been a mud slinging contest. She kept it real professional, real smooth. I agree with Ralph. You know, she wants to be liked. I like her. I'm voting for. I mean, y'all already know this much. And you know, I see them. Whatever.
He said, I'm claiming it.
Anyway,
I'll let you buy.
We on the brink of history, man. I told you it's a new level of enthusiasm from coast to coast, just with a woman's vote in general, sweeping this country, man. I think it's time for the free world to be ran by a woman, a sister. Because the previous presidents, you know, you see where that's gotten us. Let's just be open-minded and forward thinkers, man, and open us ourselves to something new.
Okay. I feel like, to me, it was all entertainment. It was great entertainment. She did a little bit of counter punching and jabbing and things of that nature. She got it in. I'm not even going to act like she didn't do that, but that was her plan, was to bait him and get him out there.
Yeah, she got him hot.
Yeah, and make a fool out of himself. She did a great job at that. I really thought I was going to see her when she was questioning Kavanaugh when he was trying to get into the Supreme Court. She was a straight up dog.
Yeah.
She was a straight up dog, and I thought that's what we was gonna see. But that tells you that she's evolving with her positions as she's going. And I could see how that probably could have been an issue had she done that on the debate stage. But to me, it was entertainment. Both of them did what they had to do. They took their shots. But she definitely, while she was taking her shot, she was still talking about policy and the American people. And Trump couldn't do anything but continue to throw mud. So I think she did a decent job.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see what's gonna happen. I believe too that she's gonna win easily. I mean, you got a lot of Republicans flipping tickets right now. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And a lot of people were upset about that. Speaking about that, speaking about that, we're going to move on, but it's in the same vein. Caitlin Clark came out and said she was going to endorse Harris.
I ain't see that. I just seen she liked the post that Taylor Swift put up.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what happened. To me, that's in today's world, you know, because you got to, if you like it, that means you all for it. You know what I mean? And she got a lot, both of them.
Yeah.
Got a lot of hate.
A lot of slack, boy. They caught a lot.
From their own fault.
Yeah. Lady was talking about she ain't watching the games no more.
Man, listen.
Stick to basketball, shut up and dribble.
That again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I got to go back and
yo, them comments was crazy.
I ain't gonna change their how they vote or whatever. That's just an opinion.
I mean, but you know,
if Taylor Swift get behind anybody, she got a mass following.
that's what they're afraid of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The Swifties might follow
The
it.
Swifties, the Clarks, and the Beehive. Let Beyonce get it behind there. You could that's pretty much a slam dunk.
I ain't never heard that household really say nothing about voting.
They ain't got to, bro. I mean, really.
Because they Republican. You don't want to talk about
I'm tipsy, but I ain't
You see him bite his lips like
that's a lot.
he was like, you ain't gonna take that. You ain't gonna take that back.
I'm just saying. You want to talk about it? Okay.
Oh man, but it's a lot to go into that, and I think I'm gonna be honest. I like to see when white folk fuss at each other, cause we used to us fussing at each other. I'm just gonna be real. I'm just gonna be real. They used to watching us do it on the big stage, go at each other necks and throats or whatever. But I will say, anytime it come down to politics or religion, they gonna go for whatever they stand for and not necessarily the person. And they gonna speak exact. It's amazing to me how quickly they switch though. That's what be getting me.
Yeah.
Like you can ride this person and be for them for the whole time, and then as soon as they have a different idea as far as politics or religion, that's not necessarily something bad. It's just different from what they think. Oh, they going in.
We do the same thing though. We'll separate ourselves from some nonsense in a minute. Look at R. Kelly.
Yeah, most people did.
Like a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Most
Like R.
people
Kelly,
did.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, you know, like.
And I still
listen to both of
Yeah,
them.
I still listen.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of
It's a
people
lot
that
of people that
stop.
don't. Yeah, absolutely.
And I be looking at them like, why you stop? Like,
All right. Good music is good music, man. Listen.
I mean, some people, you know, attach everything together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
It ain't that extreme for me though.
yeah.
If it hit close to home, maybe I have a different viewpoint on it. But I still listen to both of them, brother.
nah, yeah, me too, without a doubt.
And the ones that don't, drop it right now, and they'll forget where they are.
Huh?
They'll be nodding their head like, "Damn, that's my jam." You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
that.
What
No,
you
I
talking
know what
about?
that.
Yeah, I'm like,
What are you talking about?
No, you good.
hey, you play that at the barbecue. I'm leaving. I'm not stepping in the name of love. I got to go.
Some people won't though, man. They will. They still got their protests going. Some
Where-
people still ain't watching football.
Where they at? I haven't met one.
I mean, there's people out there, man.
Hey, what Tommy Davis say? Stay away from them niggas.
This show ain't
So stay away from the niggas. Who is these niggas?
Sometimes you done heard something, and maybe not you, but look at Diddy, man. Some people separating themselves from Diddy now. Like they don't want him to be I don't want to listen to that.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm still.
Shit
It's just
still be
different
jamming
though
to
when
me.
you hear take that. It's a little different now.
It's not. That's your mind.
This nigga here, man.
That's your mind. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to deal with nothing, man.
Yeah, that's your mind, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I still listen to Diddy.
Yeah, me too.
man,
I haven't heard it on my Spotify platform or whatever like that. I don't know if they stripped that off
Shit,
or whatever.
They might have put a block on it, bro. They might not let you hear that.
I got you.
All right.
Oh, speaking on the.
No, you got
Let me
it. Go ahead.
elaborate on a political thing. It's something jumping off right now at downtown Atlanta with the Cop City protest.
Oh, yeah?
Did you see that on the news?
No, I
As
didn't
we
see that.
speak, residents and whomever support and that don't support Cop City is down there and rushed the who was that? The chambers. They rushed the chambers in there while they were at recess. Cops are in there. They letting the protesters do whatever they wanted. They protesting the Cop City right now, right?
Right.
Because let me get you up to speed. Mayor Dickens passed the approval
For them to get it.
to have Cop City, but they building it in DeKalb County. So
Right.
DeKalb County residents, they up at odds with it. They like, y'all didn't even include us in this to even see if we're gonna approve this. And not only that, you have to pay for that if you in DeKalb County residents. But it's for Atlanta PD cops. Why not build that downtown? So they rushed the chamber and had tons of ping pong balls with numbers written on them, and it's hundreds of thousands of balls on the floor as we speak. Right there, it's on the news, breaking news.
Wow.
Yeah, and they going crazy down there, and they outside right now protesting. I saw that shit before I left.
Dang.
Check that out, everybody.
Yeah,
Check
check
that
that
out.
because we
Somebody look at
definitely
that
spoke
later.
on that before. So yeah, I didn't know that he passed it, and but yeah, and I think if you don't know the danger in that or the reason why people don't like it, outside of what Orlando was just saying, is you got to think about it's a cop training facility. So imagine if you have a cop training facility in your backyard. That means a shooting range. It means all kind of vehicle testing, all kind of stuff in your backyard, and it's not even benefiting you, and I'm paying for it. So
Yeah.
I think a lot of people just didn't know exactly all the things that was kind of going into play with that. But so that's why you got so many people down there protesting. I didn't know he had passed it.
Yeah. So it's strictly not for just Atlanta PD, but for other special forces too. So it's gonna be some crazy activity out there once
all
it's
the time.
completed.
Yeah.
Before my grandmother passed, she said, "You know what, D?" She said, "I never thought one day I would see like white folks standing up for us." I was like, "Dang, grandma, that's kind of heavy." But I know, during the Underground Railroad, there were white folks included helping free slaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always had abolitionists.
But the way she explained it, she was like, "Just look, it was us out here protesting and fighting for what we want. Now you see white folks out here doing the same thing." I was like, "Wow."
I mean, some people right is right, wrong is wrong,
Sure.
and they willing to stand on that. A lot of people they not, or they just do it behind closed doors, but they willing to put their names on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta respect it.
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
Oh, no doubt.
Okay, all right. It's funny how you was talking about Cop City. We saw Tyreek Hill get arrested before the game on not this past Sunday, just Sunday prior, and a lot of controversy came from that. What's y'all thoughts on the Tyreek Hill situation? Did y'all watch the video?
Yeah.
The
I saw
cam.
it.
What was y'all thoughts on it?
Take the ticket, man. Go and play the game, man. Tyreek done flipped this story so many times, man. I don't know what to believe now.
Did you see the video
I seen
cam?
the
You seen
video,
the body cam?
Yeah. I see it.
Take the ticket, go home, man. Go and play the game.
Listen.
If you're gonna admit that you speeding later on, because at first you say you don't know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Then you say I could have handled it different. Blah blah blah. You could have just took the ticket and went home, man. And went to the game.
That's when pride gets in the way. Okay, you simply don't have a seatbelt on. The man pull you over in a $300,000 car. When I looked at the video, I'm looking at it from both angles now. I fought both parties. I think the cops were a little overzealous.
Absolutely.
And big time. Not only that, as a fellow police officer, not myself, but if I'm witnessing that and one of my comrades, We gotta get Sherline in here. So he could elaborate on that a
Shoreline
little
ain't
bit.
strong enough.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
Shoreline ain't strong.
But
enough
if
for
straight
this
up,
shit.
but
I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
I'm gonna holler at him.
he a Jet fan, so he might come in here with.
He ain't coming over.
He ain't coming.
Nah.
But check it out. If I'm witnessing that as a cop, I'm gonna intervene because brother, you doing too much right now. You know what I mean? There's a lot of heat on us anyway. But listen, the cops were overzealous. Tariq had a foul, you know, kind of brushing the cop off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We all know our woke friends and shit like that. But
sovereign citizens.
I'm just saying.
The foolishness.
I'm just woke could get you fucked up because if it wasn't Tariq Hill, we could all be mourning another passing of a brother and him rolling his window back up to that cop. I mean, shit, cops trying to go back home too. You know what I'm saying? So he was clearly out of line for doing that. You know what I mean? But you know, both parties, you know, they could have handled things a little better or whatever the case may be. I mean, you know, as minorities, some of us, not all of us, when we get pulled over by cops or whatever the case may be, we have a problem conceding to authority. Straight up, you might as well say what it is.
You're right about
you know what I
that.
mean? We got pride. We know all the rules. We did this. We questioning every damn thing. Brother, sometimes you're going to have to bite your tongue so you can get home to your family and friends. You got a lot of people relying on you. You conceding to authority can get you jacked up.
Not conceding.
Not conceding to authority get you jacked up.
What about the times, man, where you just ain't did nothing, though, man? Like we just see a lot of cases, man, where people are actually innocent, and they gotta, you're guilty to proven innocent.
Sure.
That's not how that is written. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like sometimes, man, you can feel it. That they pull me over for whatever reason, but it ain't nothing that I did to break the law.
Okay.
Some guys pull you over, man, because the kind of car you in. They want to see who driving.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I would be irritated, man, if I get pulled over for absolutely nothing.
Okay.
And then I gotta sit with the fact that you tell me, oh, it was this car was reported stolen.
Right.
So then when I get into let's go to let's get the paperwork on that then. Show me when it was done and all that. Then they come to find out, they say, well, have a good day, sir. Nah, man, we need this harassment, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's slippery, man, especially when it comes to us as minorities, man, because let's not act like we ain't out here getting killed for nothing.
Right.
Or for minor activity. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I can't say I can't agree with you 100% on that. I do get where you coming from, but I just it's at times, man, like, why you messing with me, man?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why you messing with me?
I think you're entitled to an explanation, right? 9 times out of 10, the cops know they're gonna give you that ticket anyway. So now we got a smart ass. I'm gonna give it to you anyway. If you feel that deep that you're not guilty, eat it, and we'll fight it in court.
See, now you talking about the judicial system that's not even helping. That's not helping.
I
us,
know,
bro.
but if you that confident in your innocence, and he's gonna give you a ticket, he or she, just fight it in court. More than likely they're gonna throw it out, bro.
I can't sit with that.
My thought process is on that situation, the Tyreek Hill situation, was both of them contributed to the foolishness. I'm just gonna say that because I honestly feel, and a lot of people, like I've seen people push back on this, like he didn't do anything wrong. Well, if you broke the law, you broke the law. You were speeding. So like you were saying, take your ticket and go home. But once you have that attitude, you already don't know how these cops are gonna react. And then they already said the cop that was doing all this stuff, he already had some stuff in his file. So he a hothead already, right? So now, once he got rolling and he amped up versus had he just took the ticket and been on his way to the game, now we amped up. Right. And now my folks, and then I got people driving by, stopping some of the teammates, stopping and trying to see what's going on. So that's going to get the cops even more fired up. So me in my position as a black man, like you said, I got to get to where I'm going. So I'm not going to do anything for something to jump off where I possibly wouldn't make it home. And I think a lot of times people take it and they say, well, as a black person, we shouldn't have to feel like that, to just shut up and just kind of let the system handle it, based off of the racist history that cops have had upon us, especially recently, because it's been forever. It's just now we can document it, and it's still proven that they still get off and they still get over. So it makes it even worse. So it's almost like a PTSD for us when we get pulled over immediately. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's a give and a take, but at the end of the day, for me, I have to look at what's most important for me. Is it me being right? That's why I always tell people being right isn't always the best option. Right. Sometimes you take the loss to get to a bigger stance. Right. The people will tell you that was dealing in the civil rights and Jim Crow and all that stuff. We'll sit back and we see how they was treated and be like, oh hell, that wouldn't have been me. Okay, well you probably wouldn't have been born. Because you being tight, you fussing and fighting back with the cops, you probably would have been dead, and your whole generation, half your generation would have been gone. Mm-hmm. But your great granddad or your great grandma was smart enough to be like to take it, and they went home and they was able to do what they had to do to get up out of there. It took a long time, but you got to have that thought process to say what's more important, right. And that's just
y'all ever. It's not to cut you off.
No, you good.
Finish. Y'all ever seen the videos where undercover like DEA and all that get pulled over, like the guys in the military and all that, they get pulled over.
Yeah.
And the cops be dead wrong, dog. Like, and
they go hard.
They go hard. You know what I'm saying?
They go hard.
And I can't say I'm mad at that, dog, because they fight for the country.
Sure.
And they come home and they still reminded that they black.
That you black. Yep. In uniform. The one brother had his
one boy had a whole uniform.
Uniform. I remember that.
Yeah. I guess it's a situation by situation, I guess, man. But in this, like everybody was wrong, man. Like they say Tyreek didn't even want to roll down the window to give him the license. Man.
Yeah,
like,
I'm saying, would you roll your
Kwame,
window back up?
Well, I'm gonna answer Kwame. He said how he ended up on the ground. That was just because by that time, first off, they said it was reckless driving, speeding. Mm-hmm. The average person, you gonna get taken out of your car. And they not letting you drive off of a reckless driving,
right?
In a lot of situations, depending on how fast you was going. Mm-hmm. All right, but the fact that he did move in the way that he did, he shouldn't have ended up on the ground. But he already had kicked back with the attitude. Mm-hmm. So then they attitude kicked in. So that's why we were saying both of them was wrong. Mm-hmm. Both of them.
Try that shit out here, and marquee athlete, and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. He even said that. He said that after the game.
Yeah.
He said, it only happened. I mean, what if it wasn't me? What if I wasn't Tyreek Hill? We'd probably be looking at somebody that, didn't make it home.
That's it.
So
you got to eat that. Now, Ralph said, yeah, I feel him. He's entitled to an explanation if he's completely innocent. Do you feel the same?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Do you feel the same? Do you feel like you're entitled to a explanation from the cop if he pulls you over? If you're completely innocent, though.
Oh, yeah. But I'm not going to demand it. I'm going to ask. I'm going to say, why you pull me over? Because at that point, he come up with all kind of foolishness. And you want to go home with a black eye, or you want to go home and 9 times out of 10, if he ain't got nothing on you, he gonna let you go. And then you just going to be pissed like, why the hell you pull me over?
If you didn't have the attitude.
Right.
It matters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah, so we go.
I see what you're looking at.
Right, we're going to move on. Man. Yeah, so we're going to wrap up the news on that one. All right, people. Let's talk about, I'm going to wait for that one. That's going to be the steak right there. Let me start with this. Jay-Z or the Super Bowl committee has decided that they're going to have Kendrick Lamar do the Super Bowl in New Orleans. And it was a lot of kickback from not just people in New Orleans, but just people in general that are big fans of Lil Wayne, saying that he should have been able to take that spot. What say you guys on this situation?
From my understanding, Lil Wayne didn't know he would be even considered for the halftime show. And from what I saw, Lil Wayne isn't well. Looking at that performance from what's that WrestleMania, whatever. What was that?
I think that was the last one they posted.
Or something he just did. But it is what it is. I mean, I had no dog in the fight or whatever. When you think of New Orleans, yeah, you think of, that hip hop community. You think of Cash Money Records, No Limit. You know what I mean? They had a nice run. I mean, you think of New Orleans, yeah, Louisiana. Somebody mentioned in the group that the whole Cash Money record should be performing, but from previous Super Bowl performances, to me, you gotta show some kind of stage presence, some kind of you gotta be an entertainer, not just a rapper. You gotta work the crowd. I mean, you got millions of people watching this performance. I mean, you're a mega superstar anyway, but
Hey, let me ask y'all a question, man. Besides Dr. Dre, last year, how many times have we seen her perform?
Hey, look, I see we on the same vibe, so I'm gonna let you say what you gotta say, and then I'm gonna say what I got to say.
How many times have we seen an artist like when they did in Atlanta, man? Big Boy had to be a special guest.
Right, he wasn't the headline.
Like, yeah, somebody brought him out. You know what I'm saying? What? Okay, let me leave that alone. Cause you looking all in my face.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Cause you finna be disrespectful.
My bad.
Disrespectful. Yeah, I see where you going with.
I don't know. Maybe Kendrick Lamar will bring him out on a feature or whatever. Anything could be brewing. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it's on his ears and on his team's ears too. Hey, reach out to Wayne maybe, possibly, and bring him in for a feature or something like that. Will Wayne do it in that situation or whatever? I don't know.
Let me ask you this, man. I asked this question on my own page, but I'm gonna ask y'all too.
Mm-hmm.
How many people actually from New Orleans going?
Oh, come on, man! You in my head, man.
Pause. Going to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
that shit as much as pride. I don't know.
I mean,
you can't count them people pockets, bro.
Man,
some money down there.
Where that? Okay.
In their pockets.
I'm just saying, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, ain't nobody going to those Super Bowl that,
In most places where the Super Bowl is, most people that live there don't necessarily go to the Super Bowl.
It's cool just to see them on TV before.
Yeah.
And then you got the outside activity. So just because the Super Bowl is here, I ain't got to be at the Super Bowl.
Right.
So I'm on the same thing. And my whole thought process is, when did it become this thing where the home stadium has to put on their main artist of that city?
I don't want to see neither one of them.
That's never been a thing.
That's a good question.
I don't want to see neither one of them.
It's never been a thing. But all of a sudden now that Jay-Z is the head of it, we got all this stuff that we need him to do, and we hold him accountable and say, oh, well, you got to put this artist or you got to put this. Well, at the end of the day, this is the Super Bowl.
Right.
We got to entertain folks. This is the biggest show on earth on that day.
Right.
So I can't just put anybody. And look, I'm going to be honest, Lil Wayne ain't even in my top 5.
Does he have a stage presence for the Super Bowl?
No, he does not.
Okay, all right.
He does not. Nas is my favorite rapper of all time. He does not have Super Bowl presence.
But he's got a plethora of hits.
But he is not a performer.
Rock the Superdome.
He is not a performer as far as Super Bowl caliber.
I think is the catalog Super Bowl friendly. Like that's what you got to look at.
You could edit anything, make it clean.
Okay, but cleaning up some artists' music is kind of like,
crowd gonna say it anyway.
Why even play it? But the people on TV gonna be looking like beep beep
right.
beep, like
pause
and have the people in the stadium ain't gonna be from the.
So I mean, like, what are we doing? Like, are we really gonna show up to hear Lollipop? Like, I'm just saying,
folks that's paying $50,000 for one ticket gonna show up and sing Lollipop.
I think the Super Bowl. I don't even watch halftime shows, but I think the Super Bowl is for friendly music. Safe music. I don't think you can get up there and
like a Usher. You can do something that's gonna
I was
really
surprised.
Usher killed it. Yeah,
I was surprised to see Dre and them up there, but they got friendly music versus. Yeah, if I'm sleeping on Lil Wayne, man, let me put my pillow closer to my head. Nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Brian Thomas said he even don't be remembering. He said himself he don't remember.
Lil Wayne
his
did
song.
say he don't remember some of his music. I mean, but just Super Bowl, you really don't have to.
Yeah, no, you
You
just
know what
gonna
I'm
do
saying?
your
At that point,
top
because
hits.
Jay-Z, I'd have been to Jay-Z concerts and he
Let
people in
the
the crowd
crowd.
perform more than he do.
Yeah,
So I mean, I just think, man, they can have Lil Wayne day in New Orleans whenever they want to. You know what I'm saying? They can do basketball whenever they want to do it. I mean, the Super Bowl
Essence
just.
Fest.
I guess he did the Essence Fest. That's where they found out he didn't
he
remember
wasn't
some of
looking
his
good.
songs.
Yeah,
So
that's
I mean,
what
the
Essence.
Super Bowl Pepsi ain't paying for that, dog.
Well, if you get the invite, you need to take invite seriously,
And
like
then-
the Super Bowl, if they consider
and
you
then
that.
they ain't getting no check, bro.
Yeah.
And you got to put the show.
A lot of
Like, you
people
got to
just
put the
found that
show
out.
together yourself. Like so, some artists like, nah, I ain't doing that, man. Like, nah,
I think I like what Jay's doing with the Super Bowl. I mean,
I
with hear me out, because you think the average player, what, about 25 years old, 30 years old? Back in the day when we watched the Super Bowl,
What,
you had
NFL?
old NFL player,
Yeah,
about
I give you
18, 25, right? So
Okay.
you got to
18 to
cater
32.
to that. They listening to this.
Well, 20
Some
20,
are
32.
listening, right?
Yeah.
and
It
to
ain't for the players.
I'm just saying.
You got to listen to what he's saying.
Listen to me. God, why, you be cutting him off. You be cutting me off. You be cutting everybody off. God, damn, you wrong,
He
bro.
wild.
I mean, I get it.
He hyped you here, Frankie.
Well,
Come on, Frankie.
so before I let go, let me go and say, hey, back in the day, we watched Super Bowl performances. They had Tom Petty and Rolling Stones and all that. But nobody want to hear all of that back in the day. You know what I mean? Halftime shows were trash back then.
Ray Charles did that.
When you had old people performing, these artists that we couldn't relate to. You know what I'm saying?
Ray Charles did halftime.
Would you do? I mean, come on now. I like you got to be willing to adjust, man. And I like what Jay's doing, man. Get the flavor out there. Who they had here in Atlanta? Maroon 5, right?
Something like that.
yeah,
I like Maroon 5.
I do too, but that's not a pop. So
It's pop
to
music,
your
man.
point,
I agree
it's
with
not
that.
popular in this city.
Right.
Yeah, but the Super Bowl people ain't from
Exactly, and that's the point I was making at the
the city.
beginning.
My bad, Kwame.
That from the city,
My bad.
most people from the city that the Super Bowl is there is not. They're not going.
No.
It's most people flying in from everywhere.
Sure.
They go to every Super Bowl. Spend $1,000 a ticket.
Hey man,
Especially if your team not playing.
if they figure out
Right.
a way to get Master P, Cash Money on the stage together, man, that would be great.
I think it's gonna happen.
That would be great.
one way or another.
Something that a lot of us ain't never seen and wonder what it would be like. That'd be great.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna happen.
Cause I bet you this, dog. If a Super Bowl was in New York, oh, you better believe it.
Do you think Jay-Z would show up?
Absolutely. I think he that cocky. Absolutely. He definitely gonna show up.
I don't know, man.
It was just up there. He wasn't
couldn't
there.
do the 50. He couldn't do the 50 years.
The biggest stage, dog. Super Bowl, bigger stage than that. You talking about
Okay.
hip hop?
I
We
give
talking
you
about
that.
the Super Bowl.
Who
dog.
performed up there when it was in Jersey, in New York?
Billy Joe. I mean, Bruce Sprint. Wasn't it Bruce?
Springsteen? The Boss?
I can't
Come
remember.
on, man. That's
I
the
think
boss,
it was
dog.
Bruce.
I
The
can't-
boss?
You can't act like
I
his
think
music
so.
ain't- Come on,
I think
man.
it was Bruce,
I'm
and
just-
that's real.
Rock and
Just
roll,
saying.
bro. Like you can't
That's
knock
real.
that.
Yeah. So, okay. All right. We're going to move on. Let's go on and hit this.
Listen, we can't have Lil Wayne because we already had Megan twerking at Kamala's rally. That was enough.
Hey, man, go ahead, man.
That,
He
we try to
tried.
get set back.
Go
he,
ahead.
he tried.
Go ahead.
That was enough. We ain't doing no more of that shit.
Brian said, I turned the shot. No, you didn't.
Oh, goodness.
Stop.
Also, this week, we had.
How about them Tigers, Brian?
I'm not talking about that.
Go ahead.
You finished?
Yeah,
I'll
go
let
ahead.
you finish.
Go
I'll
ahead.
let
Go ahead.
you. Okay. Also, this week we had a sex audio leak. I guess.
Oh, yeah.
A sex audio.
I forgot all about that.
So that's what we finna talk about right now. Okay. We had a sex audio leak. Shannon Sharp, somehow or another, allegedly mistakenly went live on IG while he was clapping some cheeks. What's y'all thoughts on this?
My man said, Michelle, you gonna take this? My boy Shannon. Even though I feel it's a lie, I think y'all were just both sitting in a room by the microphone making all the noise. And then, because he turned around and, was it, I didn't know, Rio? Some kind of sex pill he got. Roe?
Yeah.
Oh, my, never mind.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just
he got a video telling Snoop, I'm gonna send you some out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's great marketing, man. Maybe the show needs, is it sweeps week? I don't know how that work with podcasts, but and he had to do what he had to do. Is he trying to fight the rumor that he gay? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Oh, damn.
I'm just saying, like, it's a lot to that. Maybe he was in there clapping cheeks. I don't know. I tried to get on live, man, before. Not doing that, but just to get on live.
It's a process.
It's a lot to get on live. You can't throw no phone, man, and all of a sudden you on live.
Right.
So that's why I just don't think it's real, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything AI.
Maybe.
Oh, here you go with the AI stuff.
Hey, don't rule it out, dog.
Everything AI.
Don't rule it out. Don't rule it out.
Oh man,
That was interesting. You know, anybody with 2 bad hips and a bad back, breathing like that. Yeah.
You listen to it?
Yeah, I listened to it.
The whole thing?
The whole thing. And it's disgusting.
Oh, I thought you were about to say
you
something.
said it's disgusting.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say I got height.
All I see is recessed lighting, some ceiling, and an old man breathing down on something, dropping some nuts in somebody.
Oh my
I
goodness.
mean, but I look at it like he got at Ocho a couple days before that. Maybe they looked
Yeah.
at the views and was like, nah, that ain't enough.
All right.
And he was like, yo, I got it. He said, because he comes off like he's such a perfectionist,
Right.
such a professional. And he was like, yo, let me put a little chink in my armor, but it really not because you was up and give him a shell at work. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Black Twitter looks like they found this young lady or old lady, whoever it was.
Now the lady I seen, man,
Yeah, what she look like to you? Because I'm gonna elaborate.
I was looking at her feet. You know what I'm saying? And
I ain't see that picture. Go ahead.
like she wear a lot of sandals. Like it's black in the front, like okay, man.
Oh,
But
like
it-
she from Dominican Republic or something?
no, like she's got dirty feet.
Like she look dirty or something?
I ain't, so Dominican people, I'm not gonna do that with you.
No, you took shots at New Orleans folks.
I didn't do
You
that.
took shots
I'm
at people
just
from New
saying,
Orleans talking about they broke.
Like,
Yeah,
if it's the same picture I seen, she had. I mean, the lady didn't look bad.
Right.
Her just feet just a little. There was a lot of colors on her feet. Like she walk around a lot. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that lady didn't even look. And then I heard the lady was white, but this lady didn't look white to me.
No, she like a sister.
Yeah, so I
Average
don't know,
sister
man.
to me.
We all done watched porn before. Ain't nothing but another porn.
I seen better. I mean, somebody that stature, whatever. I mean, she do look like you could just give her $40 and handle your business.
Damn. Dog.
Wow.
I'm just,
Wow.
I'm just saying. I was like, come on, but you got to do better than that.
Where my camera at? Because I got a lot to say. This my camera. Yeah,
all
that's
right.
okay.
What you talking about?
I got a lot to say.
Oh, go ahead,
on this.
brother.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna take my camera.
Go ahead.
First, let's start at the beginning, like you said. A couple days prior to this quote-unquote leak, he chastised Chad for showing up late to do the show. Not only did he chastise him, he did it on the show. And Chad told him it was an accident. It was, he got locked. His driver locked him in the car or something. He told him exactly what was going on. Shannon took it upon himself to continue to chastise Chad on the show. All right. The kickback of that was all the people going in on Shannon saying he was wrong for doing that. All right. That's number one, because you're a perfectionist and you're professional, and that's what he was saying when he was getting at Chad. So now you have this leak of a quote-unquote leak of a sex tape. And to your point, the promo was out for the little thing, the little pill that they was promoting for high energy when you in them cheeks. So they was promoting that, and then this supposed leak came out. It's number one, too many steps to get to Instagram Live for it to be a mistake. The audio was very crisp, because usually if you mistakenly do something with your phone and it's going to be turned a certain way. It ain't going to be perfectly to where you can hear everything, So to me, it was very immature. And I say that because, number one, we too old to be putting ourselves out there like that. That's number one. Number two is, I look at Shannon Sharp now as somebody that's just about the money, and that's it. And you willing to sell yourself, your integrity, and who you are as a person for this money. Because you just talked about your partner, about him being late. And now here you go, and you turn around. That would ruin your image way more than me showing up late. So to me, I didn't like anything about it because, you too smart to be doing something like that. So that only tells me you did it for the money and attention. Grow up, man. You got the money. Yeah, you got all this stuff. I mean, because he got so many things.
You don't talk to Unc like that.
Well, because sometimes people get so greedy that they sell their soul for anything. You got the podcast. You got the show with ESPN. You got your liquor. You probably got some other avenues going too. So now at this point, you just selling yourself to get something. And I think he was trying to promote that pill. And it's, at some point, you got to have something for yourself, some kind of integrity about yourself. But I see his lies in the dollar. So I didn't like it at all. I was not amused. I didn't care for it at all. I'm done with it.
Y'all ain't never made no mistakes when you in the mat.
And if so, the phone is face down.
Right.
You know, you're going to hear muffles and this and that, but that's never happened because, first off, you got to unlock the phone.
That's right.
You got to unlock the phone. That's before we even get, then I got to find the app. It's 1,000 apps in everybody's phone. So now I got to scroll and find the app. Then once I get in there, I got to go to my profile. I got to go to the plus. I got to go to post. Then I got to slide over to live. Then I got to say, confirm that I'm going live.
Right.
That's a lot of steps.
Oh, that's all that?
Yeah, it's a lot of steps. It ain't just no go to live.
Guess I won't be using Instagram Live.
It's a lot of
Too many
steps.
steps.
It's a lot of steps.
Too much to do.
Yeah, it's a lot of steps. So that's why I was, and for him to come out at first to say, nah, you know, somebody hacked it. And I don't know if his team said that.
Yeah,
or,
he said his team said that.
And so then he came out and he was like, nah, yeah. So then that just tell me, yeah, you set that up. You set that up, man. I'm good.
I'm glad they're beating shakes. He said the draw's going to the Hall of Fame, dog. That's how I was like, all right, it's getting corny now. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it's getting corny.
He said that during
I watch her nightcap sometimes. I had
Oh,
to say
did
that.
you?
Yeah. He said the draw's going to the Hall.
like this the first time he had some pussy?
Hey, I saw him on I saw him on ESPN, so evidently he ain't fired. You know what I mean? It could have cost him.
Hey,
Could have cost him.
What happened to Pierce?
Yeah,
Paul
Pierce.
Pierce. Paul Pierce quit. They just happened to fire him. He quit. He was going all out. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he was just had some strippers and smoking weed.
I mean, it's Disney, man. I think if it was a visual, they might have went on and removed them. But since it was an audio, it leaves, it leaves a guess. It's real or not. AI, man.
I know he's gonna say that.
It's all AI, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. Okay. All right. I guess we can leave with this one. This one we've been talking about other folks and this and that. And Linda, you might be excluded on this one, but you can talk about it as well.
All right.
I don't have any kids. I know you don't have any biological kids. In conversations and even in social media, what's Diana Ross' daughter?
Tracy Ellis.
Tracy Ellis. And, when she was posting about how she looks great. People come at her like, why you don't have no kids? And it's a negative thing. So my question is, why is it looked down upon for people that don't have kids?
At a certain age or just period or?
I mean, just period. Like, if you made the conscious decision to say, I'm not going to have any kids, why is that a bad thing? And especially, like at our age and we get older, like her, if it didn't happen. And then,
I mean, who says this is it's a bad thing?
Oh, it's a lot of people. Like, they went in on her. Like,
really?
Why you don't have kids? And
I would consider someone that didn't have children to be selfish or the case may be, or spoiled or whatever.
Career driven.
It
happens, bro.
Yeah, it happened.
Career driven.
I mean, we're here to make choices, right? Life is all about choices. And look at your position where you are now. It's based on the decisions we make. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't care what age you may be or whatever. That person, he or she, just may have standards. Like he said, career driven. I'm trying to do something with my life. You know what I mean? Don't get mad at that person because they ain't fast. Or you was fast. Maybe you were fast growing up. I'm just saying. And things happen for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Trust me, kids are beautiful, but they ain't cheap. But just because you don't have children doesn't make you, it's not a bad thing. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? To me, brothers are on the top of the food chain. You know what I'm saying? Got chick going for you, no children. I mean, that's rare. Pushing 45, 50 years old. It's the decisions we make. Sometimes, granted, there are people out there that can't have children. Gotta, look at that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just because people don't have children that's not a bad thing. That means they got money. Don't ever beat yourself up because you feel like you don't have any children.
Me personally, I would want to know. Like, even if the answer is, I just pick me over having kids. So I want to do this. I want to travel. I don't want to slow down my life. I respect whatever answer I would want to know. Like men and women. Like, why don't you have children? Right. Like, why don't you have any? Like, have you had you a part of a bunch of abortions? Like, what's the reason why you don't have children? Like, it's I ain't gonna say it's weird, but I just want to know the answer. Like, if I'm in a situation that somebody, they don't have children, I would like to know why. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying everybody's supposed to have kids, but I ain't never seen nobody grow up wanting to be the favorite auntie or the favorite uncle. People, some people have bad stuff going on as children where they be like, I just don't even want to deal with kids. Mm-hmm. Like, maybe if dad might have left, maybe mom might have left, so they be like, I just don't want to put my kids in that situation. I'd rather not have children. Mm-hmm. So then that comes to a PTSD or trauma, whatever word you want to use. You know what I'm saying? Then some people, like I said, they part of a lot of abortions. Like, I know some men, they feel like they ain't never putting a condom on. Your pull-out game's got to be crazy,
stellar,
for you never to to end up having a kid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, man. Like, some people have them, man. Some people don't. We judge everybody. Like, if they got too many kids, we talking about them then. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If they got one kid, we like, okay, but you should have had two. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you can't win, man. Right. So it really doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Nah, people get judged on how many kids they have with different people. Mm-hmm. That's a thing that people look at. But I don't know, man. I don't think it's really nobody's business. But I want to know. Like, if it's medical, let me know. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I might meet you and like you and want to have children. Mm. If you can't have children, I think you should. I need to know that. Yeah, let me know that. Yeah, right. Don't let me fall for you and all that. And you be like, oh yeah, by the way, I had a hysterectomy at like.
I had a friend that happened.
15. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know a young lady went to hospital for one thing, came out, she can't have kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, great woman, probably be a great mother. She's not into the adoption thing. You know what I'm saying? She want to have her own. She can't. Right. But I think that's something that I just want to know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like you said, it's a lot of different reasons to go into it, but I really just feel like, and I guess because I'm speaking from my experience, and just when I see other people that are my age or older that don't have kids, and the way that other people kind of, I don't want to say look down on them, but they just kind of be like, well, why you ain't got no kids? And they looking down their nose when they say it. They're not like, oh, you don't have no kids? What happened? It's not like that. It's like, why you ain't got no kids? Mm-hmm. What's wrong with you? Mm-hmm. And I've always disliked that energy, and I got it a lot, especially in dating.
Right.
And then once I explained it, they be like, "Oh, okay, I get it, I understand." And in the same breath, like you said, they had like 2 or 3 baby daddies.
Mm-hmm.
But you can quickly judge me
Mm-hmm.
because I chose another route. Like, I never just said, no, I'm not having no kids. Like, from the
Right.
giddy up, I went through some experiences that it didn't happen.
Not to cut you out, Sister Nicole, at this age is kind of the same. Like,
What she asked?
No, she said it's different conversations for a man that has no kids. To be honest, at this age, it's really not. Like, when people say you got kids, it depends on what mood I'm in. My answer might vary. You know what I'm saying? But it does look weird for me to not have any children per se, like biological children. And people say, well, dang, you ain't never want to, like, you get judged on that too. Like, you ain't never want to go have kids. Like, you ain't never want your own kids. Like,
Just like you even said,
like,
it looks weird.
it
You
looks,
said
it
it
looks,
sounds
yeah,
weird.
it's all depends on the person that you're talking to and how much you care about what they're saying. But we get judged the same way. You know what I'm saying? Granted that women get it rougher, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
But we definitely get the side eye as well. Like, what's wrong with him that he ain't got no kids? Like, cause I mean, how many times you meet somebody and they ain't got no kids? Like,
That's rare.
like you ain't got no kids.
Very
Like,
rare.
what
That's
kids you ain't claiming? Like, that's the next question.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, or that
So-
you know about.
right. So I mean, it all depends.
Yeah. Whew, okay. All right. Let's see what a lot of people that judge folks for being childless are the same ones that can't afford all the crumb snatchers they have. Hey.
Or made bad choices in the people they
made-
pick
Mm-hmm.
to have children with. Like, it's a lot of kids out here in these broken homes. I don't want to get back into that, but you know, so some people want to be married first.
Right.
Yeah.
That might never happen. Why you ain't married? You know what I'm saying? Like, some people look at, you get elderly, you know, older people that look at that kind of down. Like, they be like,
Yeah.
you know, we made it work regardless of money we had, you know, this and all that. Where people of our generation might be like, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get
Right.
it. Where versus the older people kind of,
They look at it as like it is your duty to continue to, especially a lot of men,
Right.
to carry on
This
this
legacy
lineage.
and all that.
I mean,
lineage.
to keep our population going. I mean, because let's be honest, with this whole Love is Blind thing, that black is disappearing. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, you know, love is blind. I ain't getting into that with y'all. Leave me alone.
Right.
So that's happening too, where, you know, to keep our population, keep our numbers going. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real. You see white people going crazy right now because of the Love is Blind thing, and they feeling like white people were disappearing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they won't be the majority.
Right.
It
You know,
will
I mean,
be.
that's what I'm saying.
It'll
So I
be the
mean,
minority.
it's deeper than what we looking at it as.
Right,
but,
right.
You know,
I don't know, man. Make your own decision. Like I said, man, kids, they cost. Nowadays, it takes a team effort, multiple streams of income to raise a family. You got people not even wanting to buy homes nowadays because the housing market is so expensive. It shies them away from even purchasing a house, let alone having a family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. I don't think it's a bad thing.
I mean, y'all got dogs and cats and stuff like that. You know, y'all doing your thing. Fish. You know what I'm saying?
this guy.
PlayStations, Jordans.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with my mother.
I feel like I'm being targeted right now.
Actually, you wasn't.
That's what
Actually, you
You?
wouldn't.
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't even think about you. Yeah, to be honest, I wouldn't even think about you.
Hey, keep doing your thing, and those out there, man, y'all keep doing y'all thing. Live your lives.
I mean, think about it. You have a kid now. You're like, man, how you have a kid at this age? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know, man. Do y'all. Keep having sex, though.
Oh yeah.
And
Definitely
get that Shannon Sharp if you need it.
God, you gonna
Yeah,
help
yeah,
this
yeah,
brother
yeah.
out?
That Shannon Sharp if you need it. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
trash.
Yeah,
It's
shout out.
trash. Yeah, I ain't giving them no shouts. Yeah, whatever. man. What y'all got, man, before we get on up out of here?
Yo, on a real serious note, man, in my city I love so much, it was a death with an F. You know what I'm saying? At a tailgate yesterday. Two guys got into it, squared off. One guy pulled a gun. Detroit lost a beloved brother. You know, a mother lost a son. A child might have lost a father, aunties, or whatever. It's just a game at the end of the day, man. If you can't handle your liquor, go down there, have some fun, and go home, man. You know you. Just don't go. Don't get involved. I don't want to hear many more stories, man, about deaths at a sporting event that the athletes have no clue that y'all out there fighting for whatever reason. But the bad part about it is I think both people was actually from the city. I'm not clear on that, but I know, you know, we have this thing called Jit Masters. It's you know, dance, you know, footwork that we do up there. You know what I'm saying? And the brother was very heavy in it, and now he's gone. He wasn't. I don't even think he was 50. So we gotta do better. You know, my city is definitely at times a very violent place. I never act like it's not. But all around the world, us as just black people, we got to do better. We got to love each other better. We got to love each other more. Because this another senseless act, and this the reason they still calling us niggas. With an ER.
Yeah, that one hit different.
That's heavy. And today, man, I just want to kind of piggyback on what Ralph said. Just paying homage to those that we've lost this past week and last week, man. It's just been heavy around the culture, man. James Earl Jones, Sergio Mendez.
And he did die, didn't he?
Tito Jackson a couple days ago.
Yesterday.
And those, you know, that have been around us, a couple of co-workers that I work with as well, and a good friend of mine in North Carolina that lost her mother. So my prayers go out to them. And Frankie Beverly, man, definitely a pillar for the culture, man. We appreciate y'all. I encourage everybody to get their affairs in order before it gets close to home, because one thing for certain is death. And we all can prepare for that.
I'm glad you didn't say that today, because I was going to get on you if you did.
Yeah, if you're in Atlanta, Starship has a coupon. I got the code if you need it. They got spreaders for sale.
Another one.
If y'all, you know, don't know what that is, look that
Hey,
up.
so yeah, so we appreciate y'all hanging out with us.
You know what I'm saying?
That's great.
He had to change up the mood. I get it.
I'm just saying.
But I still don't like him. I don't like him. You know, he had to change the mood. But we appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate everybody in the chat. Y'all was killing it today, as usual.
The products come, you know, and then put your business all out there. The products do come, you know, just in Manila.
So, like I was saying, we appreciate y'all supporting us. And come back next week. We'll be back next week with the same energy, more good stories, more good conversations, and a little bit more debates.
Maybe I'll bring a spread on the show so y'all know exactly what it is.
So thank you, everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
We appreciate y'all.
Sanitize that seat.
I got one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all have a good one and hold it in the road.
Terra Boulevard, y'all. If you see them pile out there, man, mind your business. Or come in, you know what I'm saying? I can tell you some things you might want to buy. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if we can get, sponsored by Starship.
Oh, hell no!
All right, man, let's go, man. I got to get ready to watch half of this game.